Good afternoon. Welcome to Ursu Technical Campus. So, continuing with the subject ISE, today we are going to start the unit number 3. So, till now we have discussed about the IS. We are discussing from last many videos about the first two letters, that is the IS, that is the information system, and first all three units are dealing with these first two letters, information system. First unit we have already completed. Second unit MIS, that is management information system, that we already completed. And now today we are going to start unit number 4. The name of the unit number 3 itself, according to your syllabus, itself is the leveraging information system. Now, what is the meaning of this particular word leveraging? So, leveraging stands for the benefit, profit, or making the benefit from something. So, when we talk about the leveraging word, the total unit is going to deal with the what are the different leveraging from IS system, that is the information system. So, still now from unit number 1, we learn what is IS and how the IS manager and the challenges, what are his challenges, and how he can manage that challenges. In unit number 2, we learn about the management of information system, how the information system is managed for the organizations. And in this unit, we are going to deal with how the information system is going to beneficial or is going to be the profitable business when we are using the IS in the industry or in the, any organization or institute. So, what are the different leverages? That is the leveraging of the IS function. So, what are the different leverages? What are the different profits? Leverage means फायदा per benefits. So, what are the different leverage that the IS system provides? So, very first thing, the question will get asked that what are the questions there from your books that will get asked in the university. The question is in general like this: state the strategic business objectives that can be leveraged by information system. What are the different strategic business objectives that can be leveraged by IS? In the simple sense, what are the different business objectives that can be achieved by the benefits of IS, by the use of IS? So, what are the different leverages of IS for the business strategy? So, some headings are there that we need to discuss. So, operational excellence, because of IS, the operational excellence is achieved in the sense your operational procedures are become fast, effective, and decision making is possible. Secondly, new product and services. In the first and second thing, we have discussed about the MIS example like Amazon, Indian railway system, banking system, where IS is used. So, in banking system, अगर बात करेंगे, operational excellence is achieved nowadays very fast because you don't need to go to the bank nowadays again and again. So, physically there is no need to travel and go to the bank. You can operate all banking operations through your mobile because of the through your mobile laptop, internet banking, mobile banking, SMS banking, only because of the IS because of the IS leverage, that is where the operational excellence is achieved. तो बैंकिंग का यहाँ पे एक अच्छा एग्जांपल हम लोग दे सकते हैं. न्यू प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज अमेजॉन का एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ द अमेजॉन और फ्लिपकार्ट और स्नैपडील और policybazaar.com, yatra.com, all are providing the services, and Amazon, Flipkart are selling the products. So because of the Amazon and policybazaar.com and yatra.com, like they are providing services. So new product and services can be sale, can be marketing can be possible using the IS, that is the level of IS in a business strategy. Number three, we can discuss about the improved relationship with customers and relationship with suppliers. Obviously, suppliers can sell their products, can market, can do the marketing of their new products, new services, can add a new features, update their product and services, so that the end user or clients will get the low cost and good service. So the relationship will get improved. So the improved relationship between the end user client, that is the customer, and your suppliers. Next is improved decision making. Obviously, when you get a feedback or improving decision making, you can go for the example like Indian Railway reservation system, IRCTC reservation system. So when you get the current update every time, then you can take a proper decision that whether you are going for the cancellation of your seat or for the next reservation or for the upgradation of the seat, lower berths, higher berths, whether your PNR is confirmed or still in waiting state, then you can decision accordingly whether you are really going to travel by that particular train or you are going to cancel your journey. In the same sense, in case of improved decision making, you can your decisions is improved in the sense. Let's take an example of Indian Railway का जो हमने example लिया वहाँ पे भी IS system information system, and let's take an example of NSE National Stock Exchange where you get information of every bit of seconds whether the particular value of the particular share or the particular stakeholder can take a quick decision कि अभी ये तो इस at this particular time ये particular share जो मैंने लिया था ये इतना इसका current rate है, now I need to keep it or I need to sell it. So particular final decision making will get improved because of the IS and the right information at the right time, at the right place, at the right to the right person. That is the right thing. Because of that, your decision making will get improved. So these two examples are very good. Indian Railway reservation system where you can take a quick decision about your reservation position, and the National Stock Exchange where you can take also decisions about your share, whether to hold or whether to sell out or whatever the decision you want, you can take it and will improve decision making. Next is the competitive advantages. Now in today's competitive environment, everybody is trying to reach up to the more number of people, more number of customers, so that they can sell the more products, as well as in the competitive environment where the customers' needs are changing, their expectations are growing day by day. So in that competitive environment, to survive for a long period of time and to retain the customers for a long time, that's become a very competitive thing, and that will be possible only and only when you are going for the internet business, that is the information system use, that is the leveraging फायदा of the information system to keep yourself in the competitive environment and to retain your more and more customers for the future. And lastly, the survival. So in the competitive environment, the survival is also the very important thing to attract the more customers, attract the more investors, because a huge amount of money you can spend in your business, and accordingly you need to gain the as the investment is there, so you need to get a profit. And in such a competitive environment, to survive for a long time and fulfill the customer's requirements, their needs, their satisfaction should be there. So accordingly, considering all these parameters to survive for a long time, you must take a leverage of the information system. You must go for the leveraging of the information system. So try to understand the keywords. What are the different keywords? Operational excellence, new product and services, improve relationship and suppliers, improve decision making, competitive advantage, and last is survival. So these are the some points that you must keep in your mind while thinking about the leveraging information system. How the means here you can write down about these headlines or keywords. Then the question will be there: what is the different operational strategies organization or industry can follow to take the leverage of the information system? Or what is the key ideas about the leverage system? So leveraging the beneficial information system है. So what is it means? It means for operational excellence provide करिए new product services, decision making, competitive supply. Next point that we need to discuss about the SDLC, software development life cycle. There are some slides I need to share with you. Just see what these particular slides are telling to us. So learning outcomes, leveraging information system से हमें क्या मिलने वाला है, तो ये क्या बता रहा है हमें. So it simply describes the 7 phases of the system development life cycle, that is SDLC. 7 phases SDLC. Summarize the different software development methodologies. Software that is built correctly can transform as the organization and its business transforms. Software that effectively meets an employee needs will help an organization become more productive and enhance decision making. The software that does not can cause a business to fail. In the simple way, it's simply telling to us that particular business when going to use the information system, if that particular software meets the employee needs, then business will improve, decision making will enhance, productivity will enhance. And if that software does not meet the employee needs, then the particular business may get a failure. So what is the developing software? Now this is the developing software, and organizations reliance on software growth because nowadays every organization using some software, ERP, SAP, Oracle, database. So do the business related consequences of software success and failures including. So increase or decrease revenue, repair or damage to brand reputation, prevent or incur liabilities, increase or decrease productivity. So developing software, so you need to take care about these things, about the revenue increase and decrease, repair or damage of the brand. That is a kind of policy, marketing policy. Prevent or incur liabilities and see the productivity either increase or decrease. So what is the SDLC? Software, we can say the system development life cycle. The overall process for developing information system from planning and analysis through implementation and maintenance. So SDLC is one of the kind of cycle for the system development life cycle. So let me tell you about this. So second point, that is the biggest point, that is the SDLC. What is it? So SDLC stands for System Development Life Cycle. It has 7 different phases, I'm going to repeat it. SDLC stands for System Development Lifecycle. When you are going to develop any kind of software system, these are the phases, the SDLC phases. So these are the SDLC phases. So what are different SDLC phases? So planning, analysis, design, development, testing, implementation, and maintenance. So these are the 7 different SDLC phases that are simply telling how a particular system will get developed. So in the next video, we will discuss individually about each and every phase. So each and every phase is having its particular study. And these phases are simply after the completion of this from planning to implementation. From planning to analysis, decision, testing, implementing, and then maintaining even after the product is launched. So all these things collectively is called as the complete life cycle of a particular system development process. So we will discuss about these 7 phases in the next video. Today we will read about the key strategies of the business for taking a particular leverage of information system. So try to understand and what is the information system that we are dealing with. So such a IT-enabled services, IT tool used in a particular system, such a system called information system, and what are its benefits, what are its leverages, that is the points we have discussed today. Try to understand the keywords and let's talk for today. In next video, we will discuss all the 7 phases of the SDLC.